A very happy morning, children. Welcome back to a social class. So, children, you all know that we started chapter 4 in geography, and what was the name of the chapter? It was agriculture, right? And we discussed about the factors influencing agriculture. What were they? Relief, yes, climatic conditions, soil, economic factors, and other factors. Then we discussed about the types of farming. What were they? Subsistence farming, intensive farming, extensive farming, shifting cultivation, commercial farming, and plantation agriculture. Okay, so in today's video we'll be learning about the types of crops and green revolution. Okay, now shall we start our class? Yes, take page number 41 in your textbook, geography text. So, children, our first topic will be types of crops. So, a number of physical, economic and social factors help in the selection of crops which can be grown in a particular region. It may be a hilly area or it can be a plain surface. Okay. So, a variety of crops are grown to meet the needs of the growing population. Our population is growing to a maximum extent, isn't it? So, India stands second in world population, isn't it, children? Yeah. So the crops also provide raw materials for the agro-based industries, and the crops are categorized into two types. So this we have already learnt in our lower classes. What were they? They were food crops and cash crops. So first one, what are food crops? The crops such as cereals and vegetables which provide food for human beings and animals are called food crops. Okay, in simple terms we can say the crops which will be eaten by us, by human beings, animals and other things are called food crops. Example, wheat, rice, maize, millets and pulses are example of food crops. Okay, next one, cash crops. So the crops which are grown to be used in industries or for sale in the market, either in raw or a semi-processed form, are called cash crops. Okay, so simple terms, what it is, the crops which are grown for sale in the market. Example, cotton, jute, sugarcane, tea, coffee are examples of cash crops. Okay, children. So we have seen two types of crops. What are they? Food crops and cash crop. Food crops are grown to be eaten by us, and cash crops are grown for sale in the market. So children, rice and wheat are the major food crops, while cotton, sugarcane, jute, tea, coffee and rubber are the major cash crops. So first we are going to learn about rice. So rice is a staple food for at least half of the world's population, and we South Indians, we always have a craze towards rice, isn't it? And in North India people eat wheat, and it is the main crop cultivated in hot and humid areas, especially in the tropical and the subtropical regions. And a rice plant needs high temperature, about 25 degrees Celsius during the growing season, and high humidity and rainfall about 150 to 200 centimeter. And the soil should be alluvial and clayey soil which can retain water content so that the plant grows beautifully. Okay, and flooded fields when the plants are growing is necessary, and adequate and cheap labor as most of the work is done by hand. Okay, and the main rice producing countries are China, which is the largest producer. Next to China is India, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Thailand and so on. Okay, children. So children, the next important crop is wheat. So wheat is the most important of all cereals, and it is a staple food in the countries located in the temperate and in the dry subtropical regions. So wheat plant needs rolling and undulating plain areas, and the temperature should be moderate of about 15 degrees Celsius, and moderate rainfall about 75 centimeter during the growing season, and bright and sunny weather during the time of harvest, and well drained loamy soil is good, but black soil produces excellent quality grain, and the main wheat producing regions are in the temperate grasslands. It is extensively grown in Russia, USA, Canada, Australia, China, India and other countries. Okay, so in India wheat is grown in Punjab, Haryana or in Uttar Pradesh during the winter season. So how many seasons do we have, children, in India? We have three seasons: summer, winter and monsoon season. So children, and now we are going to see about cotton. So, cotton is the main raw material for the cotton textile industry, and it is also the most widely used fiber to make cloth. So, cotton is usually grown as an annual crop. So, we all use only cotton clothes during summer season, isn't it? Why? To absorb the heat. Okay, and this cotton plant needs high temperature of about 27 degrees Celsius during the growing period and rainfall of about 60 centimeter to 100 centimeter, and frequent showers is needed, and the soil should be fertile, well drained soil and capable of retaining moisture like the black cotton soil of the Deccan Plateau of India, and dry, clear and sunny weather during the time of picking of the cotton balls. And the main cotton producing countries are USA, China, India, Pakistan, Brazil, Egypt, Sudan, Mexico and Uzbekistan. So cotton is usually grown on small farms and thus machines have limited use. But in USA it is grown on large estates and machines are used. So cotton is the main raw material for the cotton textile industry and we all use cotton mostly. Okay. So the next crop will be sugarcane. So sugarcane is a kind of grass with a thick stem. So it grows to a height of about 3 meters or more. And what does the sugarcane plant need? It needs a level land, hot and a humid climate, and well rained and deep loamy soil, and no accumulation of water in the field. And the main sugarcane producing countries are Brazil, Cuba, India, Mexico, Pakistan, Australia, Indonesia and so on. Okay. So the next crop will be jute. So jute is the second most important vegetable fiber after cotton. So it is also known as the golden fiber. So which is known as the golden fiber, children? It is jute and it is mostly used to make packing materials. Okay, and jute plant needs warm and a wet climate and soil should be alluvial soil which is rich in minerals. And however, deltaic soil which is renewed every year by floods is ideal for jute cultivation, and it also needs a supply of labor. And the main jute producing countries are India, Bangladesh, Brazil, Taiwan, China, Thailand and Malaysia. So India and Bangladesh are the leading jute producers in the world. And the next one is the most favorite crop for all of us. Yes, it is tea. So tea is prepared from the leaves of a tropical shrub which is native to the hill slopes of monsoon Asia. So its cultivation probably originated in the Changjiang Valley of China. So tea is a beverage crop grown on plantations. So what does a tea plant need? It has to have a sloping land to avoid waterlogging. Okay, and the temperature should be between 15 degrees Celsius and 25 degrees Celsius, and annual rainfall of about 150 centimeter to 250 centimeter, well distributed throughout the year, and a deep and a well drained fertile soil is needed for the crop, and cheap labor for picking the leaves. So the main tea producing countries are China, India, Sri Lanka, Kenya, Japan, Indonesia and Bangladesh. And nowadays modern machines are used to process the tea leaves, and proper rolling, fermenting and blending of tea leaves give it the required flavor. So we also have drink tea, isn't it, in different flavors like green tea, and your mother will be giving you masala tea and so on. So all this depends upon the fertile soil and the growth of the tea plants. Okay. Yes, next to the tea, what comes? Yes, the coffee. So the coffee plant is a native of the highlands of southern Ethiopia, and coffee is now a popular drink. And coffee powder is obtained by grinding the roasted coffee beans or berries. So it is widely cultivated on the lower hill slopes of the tropical regions. And the coffee plant needs temperature between 18 degrees Celsius and 27 degrees Celsius. So annual rainfall ranging about 150 centimeter and 200 centimeter, and soil should be well drained loamy soil with high humus content. Okay, and the shelter from direct sunlight is needed, and therefore shady trees are planted in the plantations to give shade for the coffee plants. So Brazil is the largest producer and exporter of coffee in the world, and other coffee producing countries are Colombia, India, Angola, Ethiopia, Mexico. Okay, and USA is the largest importer of coffee in the world. So the next crop is rubber. So rubber is made from the latex of a tree called Hevea brasiliensis, and the growth of the automobile industry made rubber an important raw material. So what does a rubber need? So a rubber tree needs a flat or a gently sloping land, and the temperature of about 25 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius, and a well distributed rainfall of about 200 centimeter to 300 centimeter throughout the year. And it also needs rich and well drained laterite soil and abundant supply of water. So the main natural rubber producing countries are Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, India, Sri Lanka, Nigeria, Liberia, and Brazil. So India is the fifth largest producer of rubber in the world. Okay. So next we are going to learn about Green Revolution. So under Green Revolution, we know something about Dr. Norman Ernest Borlaug, isn't it? Yes, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1970 for his contribution to increase agricultural production in the world, and this led to increase in the food supply and save many people from starvation. Okay, children. So many countries in the world were unable to produce enough food for their fast increasing population. So that time only Dr. Norman Borlaug invented this idea. So he developed high yielding variety of HYV wheat seeds in 1951 in Mexico. So these wheat seeds increased agricultural production. Thus he was popularly known as the father of Green Revolution. So this we have to keep in our mind. So the Green Revolution is a phrase which is generally used to describe the vast increase in the production of food grains, especially wheat and rice. So in India, the HYV seeds were the first field tested in 1964 to 65, and the Green Revolution has changed agriculture in a very effective manner. So it has helped agricultural development in the following ways. What are the ways? Introduced HYV seeds and ensured enough and timely availability of water through development of irrigation facilities, and introduced large scale use of chemical fertilizers. Then introduction of widespread use of pesticides, herbicides and insecticides, and consolidated small and fragmented landholdings, and introduced the provision of agricultural credits from the banks to buy farm inputs. So what are all the things necessary for the development of the crops? Okay, and resulted in farm mechanization with aid from the government. So from the help from the government, they can uplift their agricultural products, and led to the construction of rural roads to connect villages with markets. And the last point is developed coordination between the agricultural universities and farmers. So the Green Revolution was successful in Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh for wheat production, and in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh for rice production. So the Green Revolution helped not only to enhance production but also to improve the general social and economical conditions of farmers and their families. So it helped them a lot. So children, will go to the exercises and we'll end the session. Okay. So first one, choose the correct answer. First one, agriculture is a dash activity. It is a primary activity. Second one, which of these types of farming is practiced in the prairies of North America? It is commercial farming. Which of these is a cash crop? Maize, rice, millets and sugarcane. Sugarcane is a cash crop. Fourth one, dash is a jute producing country. It is Bangladesh. Fifth one, which of these was developed by Dr. Norman Ernest Borlaug? It is HYV seeds. Next one, fill in the blanks. In dry areas, dash is required to grow crops. Irrigation. Next one, the dash farming is practiced to feed the farmer's family. What farming it is? It is subsistence farming. Third one, dash is the main crop grown in hot and humid regions. It is rice. Fourth one, Cuba is a dash producing country. It is sugarcane producing country. The increase in food grain production is called dash revolution. It is Green Revolution. Now write 3 examples of each. First one, plantation crops, tea, coffee, rubber. Next one, wheat producing countries, Russia, USA and Canada. Third one, fiber crops, cotton, sugarcane and jute. Fourth one, tea producing countries, China, India and Sri Lanka. Fifth one, the states that witnessed green revolution in India are Punjab, Haryana and Tamil Nadu. Okay children, so copy down in your textbook neatly. Okay, and do the assignment given in your class book with legible handwriting. So children, wherever life plants you, bloom with grace. This is a beautiful thought to end with. Okay children, have a great day children. God bless you.